these bigger pieces are great for the wood stove. So once I get that shipping container completed, we're going to have our hot water. I got a tub set up in there and a shower, and we're going to heat the water using the wood stove. So I'm looking forward to completing that. And that container will act as, right now it's acting as our bridging action while we're going to complete our permanent living situation. Right now we store food, we have our solar batteries in there, we're going to be able to take showers in there. Right now we don't take showers in the camper, so we're living between the camper and the storage container. So we don't take showers in the camper. So you may ask, why don't you take showers in the camper? Well, the camper, even though it's a 4 seasons truck camper, water in the camper, especially steam from showers, creates moisture, and then moisture creates mold. So we're not using the shower in the camper. The camper does have an outside shower and a shower head, and we use that. It isn't bad. I mean, it's not like you're in your house taking showers outside. It doesn't really get that cold here. Today it's in the mid 40s. We had that little bit of snow, but during the day it got up into the mid 40s. At night it might get down to freezing. I think that's good. So today we'll get the barbecue going and start smoking some meats. I was going to carry all the wood down, but I'm going to get the quad and the wagon and transport the wood down that way. But yeah, showers are outside. It isn't that bad once you get used to it. It's kind of refreshing. So the plan is that we complete out the interior of the Conex box, and that becomes, like I said, we're using it now as our living room. It's going to be a workspace, and that will always be there. That will become part of the barn. As soon as the ground dries out a little bit, we'll start milling. We got to get the timbers for the house build. So I got the skid steer. I'm not running the skid steer right now because the skid steer will just make a mucky mess. And then the treads on the skid steer, it'd be like, it's not like even a Zamboni. I don't know if you know what a Zamboni is, but a Zamboni has studded tires for on ice. You take that skid steer on this mucky muck in the snow, you won't be able to stop it once it starts sliding. So with the home site the plan is once we get the utilities all ran, I gotta get the solar panels up. That's a priority. We gotta get the cover over the sawmill. I don't want to be milling lumber in the middle of the summer with the in August with the sun all the way up. You'll bake out there. But let's get that done. This year I have to get the piers set for the timber frame home, and I have a post hole digger attachment that I'm going to attach to our skid steer, and we're going to drill piers in the ground. And the timber frame home, the piers that are in the ground, the timber frame home is going to sit, the bottom of it will be about 4 or 5 feet off the ground, and then we're going to build a 24 by 32 timber frame home. So the goal is to get the floor done, the substructure done, the floor done, the verticals and the horizontals, the frame for the house, the timber frame for the house, get the roof on and dried in before next winter. That's the goal. And if we have the sawmill dried in, that's going to be timber frame also. We have that dried in. We'll be able to run that sawmill all next winter, and we've got plenty of logs. Sawmill next winter, and we'll have the solar power. And one of my next projects after this snow, with this wet, damp, heavy snow, we had some damage. So I gotta get a structure built to cover the well, to house a generator, and I want to get a cover, a permanent cover, or semi-permanent cover over the top of the camper. That's the plan for this year. Today though, we're gonna get this barbecue going. Our containers, we have the blue container, all right, it's 20 foot, 10 by 20 foot storage container here, right? And there I have stored all our household items, stuff that we don't need right away. Items. I do have. We got our 4-season Lance camper, right? That's where we're sleeping. That's where we stayed when we traveled across the country. We traveled 3,100 miles and that. And then the last one here, the orange one, is battery, solar power battery, and storage, food storage. We got a wood stove in there. We're gonna put a temporary, not a temporary, we're gonna put a bathroom in there. Once we get the house completed, that bathroom will stay in here. And when we're working down here, this will eventually be a barn, a raised roof barn, which will be nice. We're gonna extend it off the back still. That will be all timber frame, old world with board and bat, big sliding doors on the front. All right, so we got to get the quad going, and I want to empty this wagon. And with this, I tried to get this for you guys yesterday. Let's see if we can see them better with this camera. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna stay there. Let's see what we got. I should have brought the flashlight. I don't know if you can see that. One right there. You know what that is? There's 4 of them. 4 of them. So we're gonna do an episode on that. an episode on that. The rooster, you can always hear him in the background crowing. Normally, what I would do if the ground was dry and there wasn't any snow, we have a cage that one of our deliveries came in, or for the sawmill. One of our deliveries came in this metal cage, and I fill that up with firewood. It works good, and it was free. Well, it wasn't free. We paid for parts for the sawmill, but it gets to serve a second purpose. So I'm going to load up all this firewood, and then I'll meet you down at the barbecue. It's gonna be good. Madrone. We're gonna have baby backs. See you in a bit. As a side note, now I'm thinking about it, those of us, don't put your glasses in your top pocket. They don't like to stay there. See you in a bit. We got a wagon full of wood. And I'm gonna pull this down to the Conex boxes, camper, where the barbecue is. And the wagon isn't overfull because we have to go down a hill over here. And on a dry day, the wagon wants to run off and go down the hill. Basically, it wants to get down to the bottom of the hill before you do, and you have to hold it back. So today, with our mucky soil, we'll see how that goes. You might want to stick around for that. Mud. Ducks. You guys can hear all the wildlife in the background running around. Well, let's see how this works out for us. Well, I chose not to use the quad. I might be regretting that. I'm gonna sit you guys down here so you can get a full view as I try to come down the driveway. I can tell you, I don't regret diverting all that water. You can really see it running down the driveway. Remember that pipe? Runs all the way down the edge of the driveway and out. We survived. we made it.
I'm gonna finish the chickens. Probably don't want this in the picture.
We let the grill heat up to about 400 degrees and burned off all the residual on the grates. Now we're brushing it off. Make sure our grates are nice and clean. Grates are nice and clean. We've got some extra madrone wood. We got extra madrone wood in the barbecue. I usually stack it up inside. This grate here, I got all my wood on the right side of the barbecue. I don't have any coals or any wood from the right third over is where all our wood is. So I switch I constantly rotate the grates so I don't destroy one with all the heat. So that's the dirtiest grate. We're going to scrub these off. We're going to season our meat. And I have the orange pepper, the lemon pepper.
Yeah.
So we usually use lemon pepper. We're going to use orange pepper this time. With the smoke from the madrone, I don't salt any of the meats. I usually just add the orange pepper, the lemon pepper. Excited. I was just opening this meat up, and it made me think and realize that we're out in the wild, and there's wild animals out here, cougars mainly. Now we got bobcats, cougars, bears. So I drained the water and the juices out of the packet in the burn barrel, which is away from exactly where we are right now, and we usually burn that. I don't want that around where we're living or around our animals, because it will attract cougars and bobcats and deers. Maybe not bears so much, maybe if they're hungry enough. But I'm more worried about cougars. So we're going to season this liberally with the orange pepper. Babe,
Yeah.
here. All right. Oh, we seasoned that really, really good. We're gonna let it sit a little while, and I'm gonna add some more wood on fire. And next time we come out, we'll be putting the ribs on. We've let our meat sit with the orange pepper on it for about half an hour. And we let the grill come up to temperature. Again, we have our spare wood on the barbecue. Keep it dry. More piece of madrone. So the madrone is all on the right side of the barbecue. And we'll put our ribs on. Well coated. Okay. I put the ribs all the way to the left side of the barbecue. And fire's all the way to the right side. It's not really a fire, it's smoldering wood. And then our next step is we're going to add some water over the burning coals. Water over the burning coals. Alright, and then we add a little bit of acetic acid vinegar. We're using apple cider vinegar. What that will do is it will create a steam. So between the steam and the smoke, it will coat the ribs. And then we let them sit for 2-3 hours. Let's get a side note here. Elvis. 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 Somebody's been in a bag and is tangled up in string. Elvis. Come here. Come here. You can see the smoke coming out the top of the barbecue. So we'll come out every once in a while and check this. Right? You want to keep it between 200 and 300. You want to smoke the meat. If it goes up over 300, choke down, leave the top open, and choke down the air that's coming in from the bottom. We're going to check the meat right now and see how it's doing. So you can see the smoke coming out. Smoke's coming out pretty good. We're at about 300 degrees. The meat's been cooking for 2 hours. You see the coals are all on the right side of the grill. You can see the bark starting to form on the ribs. I'm going to turn the ribs over. Turn the ribs over. Okay, and then we'll let them cook for another hour. We can make sure that our water is topped off. We're going to finish the ribs over the direct flame. So now I'm going to transfer the ribs. Oh, well, I'm going to move the steam that we've been using. I'm going to move that off the flame, and then I'm going to transfer the ribs over the ashes, and we're going to finish off the ribs. We've transferred the ribs to over the coals to finish the cooking. So about 5-10 minutes on each side, and we'll be done.
Bad.
We're now ready to turn the ribs over. Madrone smoked barbecue ribs. We'll let them sit for about 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, and then we're going to slice them up. We're going to take the ribs off and we're going to let them rest.
It's recording.
Here. you end up off the bone, it's hard to cut them.
Good. Chef has to taste his food. How is it?
Go.